sinners. It's really interesting when I think about this passage. I've heard the story before, but it's really interesting about how you had some people who were not being used of God, people who are not serving. And then you have the people who have been serving, who've been doing the work. They were the first hired, right? And it's interesting that people join in the race, right? Join in the kingdom when we're talking about this race at different levels, at different stages of their life. But God is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him. So whether you've been doing it for 10 years or been doing it for 10 days, right? He wants to reward you. And he says, who was last will be first, and who was first will be last. It really reminds me, honestly, of the grace and mercy of God. I think there's many of us who've been struggling on our calling for many years, months, or whatever. And we're those 11th hour people who have been standing in the vineyard and saying, well, ain't nobody hired us. And the Lord is saying, no. You need to go and work. Go and work in my vineyard. Go and be used of God. And I don't care if it's the 11th hour. And I would say this is even for me. So for those of you who think it's too late to participate, it's too late to serve, it's too late to be used of God, there's other people who've been doing it for the past 10 years. Let them do it. Let TD Jakes do it. Right? But I do believe God is bringing fresh oil and fresh voices into the kingdom of God. And you can be used, and you shall be used, and you will be used. And I also want to say this: don't wait to be hired. I think sometimes people wait for a sign or a message or an invitation. And the invitation is that if you are saved of God and you love God, it is time to spread the good news of Christ as best as you can all over. So don't wait to be hired. Get in the vineyard. Start serving. Start serving. And I think the grace and mercy of God dictates that you will just be as rewarded as much as the people who've been doing this 10 or 15 years or more, right? Because the last will be first and the first should be the last. And so get in the vineyard. Get in the vineyard. God is waiting for you. And even if you're the 11th hour person, it's not too late for you to start serving. God is so faithful and he is so merciful. So we give him glory for this word. I thank you and have a beautiful, blessed day.